Old Fashioned Football on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to a $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code OFFSGPN.
Hey, what's up? This is Sam Acho, and you're listening to Old Fashioned Football.
Welcome to Old Fashioned Football. If you're wondering who you listen to, this is JMark. You can find me on the X at JMark Football. If you're wondering who us is, that's at Old Fashioned FB. But before I keep going to talk about the AFC North, I got to bring in my co-host on the pod and in life officially for 13 years legally. You can find her on the X at the Mark Murr. How you doing today?
Good. Were there any illegal years? You're like, legally.
Legally 13 years. We've been together longer than that, but it's been legal to the state of Iowa and the United States government for 13 years. You know, there's a difference.
There were those illegal years in there.
The illegal years we were together. Jamie checking in the chat. What up, Jamie? Talking AFC North, which means we'll be talking about your Browns, filling it with positivity.
Will we be filling that with positivity?
Maybe. I mean, when we get to the quarterback rankings, perhaps. Joe Flacco is your number one.
I forgot you're making me do this.
Yeah.
I don't know how I could forget with
maybe
all the reels you're putting together of that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It was not my idea.
A lot of well, we just kind of stumbled upon it.
You stumbled upon it. You're like, look at this guy.
Well, okay. So how it started is we had Cody Zeeb on for AFC East, and Adam Pelletier, managing editor of SGPN, was kind of chirping in the comments, and I thought it'd be funny. Oh, but which one, Drake May or Josh Allen? Because people have thought both look decent. And you answered that. And then it was just this thing of like, oh my gosh, you should rank all of them in this division. And now all divisions. We've had a lot of positive feedback. We've had a request on YouTube for the NFC East. We've had a request or we've had some feedback from people saying that they do agree with your rankings or they don't. We had some fire back on the NFC South. Some people thinking Bryce Young deserved the number 2 spot, not Tyler Shuck. But I mean, it's your rankings. So
yeah, you're asking for my opinion. I'm just giving it.
Nobody disputed Tua as number 1.
How can you?
In fact, some ladies did the little heart eyes reacts with Tua in the comments, and nobody disputed with Baker Mayfield because how can you? I mean,
all
right. Jamie needs some help picking a team name for the Battle of the Sexes tournament.
Ooh.
It should just be your team name should be the superior sex. Oh no, that's not right. No.
I have to think. I'm not a quick team name maker, so I'm gonna have to think on that.
I always pick based on my players.
You can do that. It depends on who you draft.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. All right. Anyways, what are we talking about today?
We're going over the AFC North. We're gonna stick to that format, going through each team, talking about off-season changes and news, fantasy focus. Your bets at the end, and then once we get through all of the teams in this division, we'll talk a little whiskey.
I'm excited about this one. We'll get to that in a second, though. We got some news first. Some news at the top of the hour or something like that, right?
Okay.
Are you with me?
I'm with you, but you're just... It's fine, Justin.
The energy levels aren't matching as of right now.
No.
You'll get there.
No, we do have some quick news though. Keenan Allen signed with the Chargers, so he's back with them. It's great for Allen, but I feel like this is gonna hurt, the stocks of Trey Harris a little bit.
Yeah, the rookie that they drafted. I kind of agree with that. I know
because before, like if you're in drafts before this,
you're right.
drafting, like Allen wasn't part of the picture, but he is getting up there, isn't he?
33 years old.
I was going to say 32, so
Yeah,
it
he's
was off by a
33.
year.
Played with the Bears last year. Now, he does play a lot of the slot, too, so I wonder how that affects Ladd McConkey, but you can't take Ladd off the field. After his rookie year last year, you just can't do it. That's why I agree with you that Trey Harris is probably the one that maybe has a dip in targets there. Dips. Other news, speaking of Jamie's Browns, the preseason game coming up this weekend, Shedeur Sanders will start, and it does not sound like Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, or Dylan Gabriel will play, so we may get a heavy dose of Shedeur to see what he has.
Starting him.
I think that's a throw him in the fire type of deal.
Yeah, like
you've
been running your mouth. Yeah,
that's what I was just about to say.
So just
it's those 13 years.
Yeah, but he has his big ego.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'd be interested to see what he does there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we've also got news that Jordan Addison has been suspended for 3 games, was it?
I believe that's correct.
It was 3 games for violating the league's substances policies.
Yeah, and usually that's I was taking this.
He was on a boat with Cardi B.
Right.
Just kidding.
Yeah. No, usually it's something where they claim they didn't know. Like, this was in something a doctor told me was good for me. I didn't know that was in it, though. Another big news, I guess George Kittle kind of made a deal about this, but they're banning the smelling salts. You know how they take a little whiff of the smelling salts?
I thought you said spelling salts.
The spelling ones.
The spelling ones?
Yeah, you throw salt up in the air and it spells something. That's rice. No, smelling salts. A lot of guys do them. It gives you a jolt.
I've seen that.
George Kittle says he does it before every drive, and they have banned it. You can no longer do it. And he says
it's just salts.
There's chemicals in it. I mean, there's something that makes it smell like it does. I've never smelled it personally, but I've seen a lot of videos of people explaining how it's like smelling week old piss or something, but it just really jolts you. But yeah, NFL's banned it.
Okay. I need to look this up more. I mean, I've seen it. I just had never thought about it or anything or what the players are doing.
Yeah. Yeah,
I need to do some research.
Some research. You're going to do some
I'm curious
deep
about
dives.
these banned salts. Smelling salts that smell like piss.
Right.
How do you know they smell like piss?
I believe that's how Theo Vaughn, when he was on the Joe Rogan pod, when he went in for a smell, that's how he described it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the scientist. You kind of do some deep diving on this and bring us some more information, maybe. Just real quick, Jamie says, and Randy saying, "It's a man's world" would be the name. Jamie saying he strategically chose Booty and Naylor. So do you like Booty Naylor, Naylor Booty? all sorts of
maybe nail her
stuff. Yeah.
Never mind. Anyway.
What? I just got hit. I don't know if y'all heard it on the microphone. I don't know what I did.
Little smack.
Anyways, real quick, make sure you tune in next week. We got 2 episodes. On the 13th and 8 Central, we're bringing in CJ Sullivan, the man in the box. And we're bringing in Moneyline Mac to talk NFC East. And then on the 14th, we've got Sports Nonsense and Whiskey talking AFC West. And there's ammonia in it, Dave says. That would explain the piss smell.
Why would they do that?
It gives a jolt.
Well, that's not, you don't want to be breathing that in.
Apparently they do.
But you don't want to be breathing that in.
You don't want to, though. All right, before we keep going here to talk about these teams, what are we drinking today?
Oh, you're excited for this one.
I
am. We are drinking Bond and Lillard bourbon.
Yeah, I am excited. We've had it for a little bit. Have not opened it because it's a little bottle.
Just a little guy.
Yeah, I'm excited to dive into it, though. Just real quick before we talk about the AFC North, got to let you know that the Sports Gambling Podcast is back with their 32 NFL team previews. They're also bringing back the phrase that pays. Each episode, they'll give out one word of a 32-word phrase, and you can submit the phrase for a chance to win a $1,000 Circa Future. That's right, a $1,000 future ticket. And how much are those episodes? What do they cost? Oh, they're free. That's right. So it's free money. Just all you got to do is give it a listen. All right. Miranda, should we jump right into it?
Yeah.
Let's go in order like we've been doing of how teams have finished last year. And that starts with the Ravens, right?
It does. Looking at some of their offseason changes, They lost linebacker Chris Board, linebacker Malik Harrison, offensive lineman Patrick McCarry, Josh Jones, and then at cornerback, corner, not quarter. I realized I said that and it's like that came out as
I thought I heard
cross. Like I was
quarter.
like, what did I say?
Corner.
No, but their cornerback, corner.
Yes.
Brandon Stevens.
Yeah. And of course, the big name that they brought in was the wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins. Speaking sports nonsense, whiskey says, "Let's go Broncos." Cornerback Chidobe Awuzie and left tackle Ronnie Staley. But Hopkins being the big name there, obviously.
Yes. Yep. And then some of their draft picks, they picked up safety Malachi Starks, linebacker Mike Green, offensive tackle Emory Jones, kicker Tyler Loop. I mean, last year they brought in Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
And he was a beast. I'm wondering if they can, do the same with bringing in DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, it seems like they're able to maximize those veterans a little bit. And he showed he did have some life in him with the Chiefs last year. So I don't see why not. And they need the receiving help, in my opinion. They were in the mix for playing in the Super Bowl last year. They didn't need much. Their draft pick, Malachi Starks, I think he could come in and start at safety right away. And I think Mike Green can boost that pass rush. He's a linebacker, but I think they're going to bring him off the edge with a lot of blitzes.
Yeah. And then adding in a kicker was important.
It was.
Yes, because
why was it important?
Yes, Justin Tucker has been facing quite a few sexual accusations off the field, and he's suspended for the first 10 games this season.
Yeah, he gave him the old Deshaun Watson, is what I'm hearing. It was all masseuses again. These poor masseuses.
For real? What is happening? I didn't hear that. I just
watch
was
Cleveland
like, okay.
trade for him or sign him. They can go to massage parlors together. Parlors? Is it a massage parlor? That sounds weird. Anyways,
go get it. I don't know.
Let's talk about some. Speaking of massage parlors, let's talk about some fantasy.
No, so the fantasy outlook for this team at quarterback, obviously Lamar Jackson finished as the top quarterback last season in fantasy football. He's a stud due to his high ceiling for rushing.
Yeah, he's always going to have rush yards. For sure.
He always is. They're looking at their running back room. As long as you don't think the wheels are going to fall off Derrick Henry, which so far, like he's just a stud. He's a workhorse.
He's a superhuman, really. He seems like it, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, so I don't expect it for him to go downhill.
No.
He's definitely, for me, a first rounder. He finished as RB3 last year.
Yeah. And then they, for wide receiver, we already talked about DeAndre Hopkins. They also have Zay Flowers. I think both are decent options at their ADP. Flowers going 25th receiver off the board, finished 24th last year. Hopkins going 57th. He finished 48th. I think the drop there would be the fact that you go from the pass happy Chiefs to a run first team, but I do think he'll still have value.
Yeah.
And then tight end is interesting because the last time we saw Mark Andrews on the field, he was blowing the game for them by dropping the, I believe it was a 2-point conversion against the Bills. He's going as tight end 7 though. He's 29 years old.
Past his prime.
He looked it last year. Remember, especially at the very beginning. Now he did kind of pick it up, but he looked old last year at points.
But they also have multiple options too.
Yeah, they have Isaiah Likely, who is not old. He is young, and he finished 16th last year. So tight end 7 for Andrews seems too high for me. I think they have to work Likely on the field more. It's likely that they do.
It is likely.
See what I did there?
I see what you did there.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add on the Ravens? I mean, they're a stud team. They're probably winning this division.
I was just going to say, I mean, I don't know if we want to jump ahead, but I do see them
winning the division. Yeah. I mean, I don't think the Steelers with Rodgers are going to push them. I know the Browns are going to push them.
He's there to play some football. He's not
there
looking
to fall
for
in love with football again, not win games.
Yeah, he's trying to fall in love with football again. He's not there to win.
Right. And then Bengals a threat, but they're a mess too. We're going to talk about them in a little bit. Before we do, though, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about Underdog Fantasy?
Yes, we are brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, and Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long, giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. No waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best Ball is the best way to play fantasy football. Underdog is also a great place to play Pick'em, where you can win up to 500 times your entry. Follow us as Justin has been crushing it on your picks for the CFL. He'll also be releasing Underdog Fantasy preseason articles on SGPN's website. In the meantime, go sign up with promo code OFFSGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer of up to $1,000 in bonus credits. That's underdogfantasy.com, promo code OFFSGPN.
We're also brought to you by MyBookie, mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on every sport, including the MLB, WNBA, golf, and of course, football futures, and of course, CFL. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of locations, easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Get your Dogecoin ready. And this week, I mean, why not take the Baltimore Ravens to win this preseason game tomorrow night, because we know Harbaugh likes to win those games, even though it's just preseason. Do it. Just head over to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply, of course. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. I almost confused myself and said promo code OFFSGPN because I was just thinking about your underdog read, and that would have been incorrect.
I can tell that I don't think a lot when I just go through underdog. Sorry, no, stop.
I can't do no.
When I go through the underdog spiel, because it's always me. I have so much on my mind right now. I'm not done with work, so I feel like I'm just off tonight.
I think you're doing fabulous. My pen's not working. That's not fabulous.
But I'm like going through the underdog and I was like, I'm thinking about other things. And I was like, no, focus. There's new stuff on this.
Were you thinking about me? You can.
No, I'm thinking about work. I have to go back to work after this.
Well, that sounds terrible.
So it's just.
Well, we must push on. Then.
We must. We're gonna jump to. Not my fate. What?
Sorry, real quick. I just see the chat, and I want to give them a shout out. Sports Nonsense Whiskey D-Hop with Bateman and Flowers gives Lamar options. That's true. And then Jamie, my article came out today at Going for Two. Go check that out about getting rid of kickers and defenses in fantasy. Playing with kickers and defense is like using a flip phone in 2025 or an iPhone. I don't
have many leagues that have that anymore.
Yeah, it's dropping.
Like, what's the point?
What's the saying? Going by the way of the dodo? Extinct. Never mind. And Dave checking in saying, fuck the Ravens. You don't have to censor yourself here, buddy. A Steelers fan,
we'll say it for you.
Yeah, I'm assuming anyways, the black and yellow is not for the Iowa Hawkeyes, but for the Steelers. Curious on your take on Rodgers. We're Bears fans, so we might trash him. We'll see.
Yeah, well, Steelers. Yeah, I was gonna say they're up next because they finished second in their division last year.
True.
Some of their off-season changes, just to run through these. They lost. This one's a big one for me. They lost running back Najee Harris.
Well, real quick on that.
Okay.
It seems like it would have been a big one. But I don't even know if he's going to play football this year after his firework injury. Have you heard of this?
No, I did not.
So he allegedly hurt his eye. But the update on him, because he's a Charger now, was that he's not cleared for running yet. He's walking, which to me means if you're not cleared for running, it's a pretty serious eye injury if he can't even run. And that was back on the 4th. So we're on a month here, and he can't even run yet. That seems like an issue.
It does.
So maybe it's not a big loss for them. Like, anyways, go on.
Well, but it's so weird. Like
it is
for Najee Harris not to be there.
Yeah.
Anyway, they lost offensive lineman James Daniels, quarterback Justin Fields, and quarterback Russell Wilson, defensive lineman Larry Ogunjobi. They also traded away George Pickens.
Yeah, he's now a Cowboy. They did, though, trade for wide receiver DK Metcalf for about like a week and a half or two. These two are on the same team. I was excited about it because if there are any two wide receivers that are going to beat the shit out of people, it's these two. So I was excited to see the types of fights they would get in, but we won't get that. They did sign quarterback Mason Rudolph. He's back after a year stint with the Titans. They brought in, of course, quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
I noticed that you listed him last for quarterback. We'll talk about Mason Rudolph.
In order of signings, he was after Mason Rudolph. Eagles journeyman Kenneth Gainwell, who was there for a while, linebacker Malik Harrison, and cornerback Darius Slay, another old guy, feels past his prime, much like Rodgers, but we won't go there.
Yes, they also drafted defensive tackle Derek Harmon, Iowa running back Caleb Johnson, who I am very excited for, linebacker Jack Sawyer, and quarterback Will Howard. They added some really good defensive pieces with Derek Harmon and Jack Sawyer. I already kind of mentioned it'll just be weird not to see Najee Harris on the Steelers. That's just for me. But we'll talk about their running back room and our fantasy focus here in a little bit. I think swapping Metcalf for Pickens I think that's a slight bump for wide receiver one.
I think so. I mean, I think Metcalf is definitely a stud. Pickens was good too, but I think Metcalf's a little more polished, we'll say.
And then I don't even know if this is a question, but I think for Steelers fans, the biggest question is Aaron Rodgers going to win enough football games for them? I don't think so. I don't think that's where his focus is. I don't think that this is not the year where the Steelers come out ahead.
Even if I try to look at this unbiased, I feel he should.
I have
retired.
too much bias.
I know
but still,
it's really hard for me to look at it unbiased. But looking at it, or trying to, I think we've seen that he has trouble staying healthy now. Right, his body is starting to break down, and I think it was probably time to hang it up. I don't see him lasting past week 6. Not to mention, he just came off the Jets, who have a better defense and had just as many weapons, in my opinion, as the Steelers. And he couldn't find success there. So I know Mike Tomlin is a much better coach, but I just don't see it working out for success. Mason Rudolph will be starting games before the end of this year. Maybe Will Howard, but Will Howard, I think, broke his thumb yesterday in practice. So now he's set back.
Yeah.
I think Mason Rudolph will start games because of Rodgers either struggling or his health.
I'm just going to have to wait and see.
Rudolph has won games with the Steelers. Just throwing that out there. Anyways.
All right. Going on to
let's talk about their running backs. I'm off my soapbox on Rodgers. I won't diss him anymore because we've got Dave, a Steelers fan, in the chat. I'll probably diss him again, but anyways, go on.
I think at running back, it's going to be interesting to see if this is going to be Jaylen Warren's backfield, because he did back up Najee Harris for the past couple of years, or if Caleb Johnson is going to take the starting job over. I do think that it's going to be Caleb Johnson's backfield sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I agree. I almost don't want him to succeed. I do because he's a former Hawkeye, but I don't because I so badly wanted him on the Bears and we didn't get him.
Oh my gosh. You got to let that go. You have to let that go.
I can't. Anyways, go on.
But right now, Johnson's going as RB 26 while Warren is going as RB 32. So I feel like that also, like, people think it's gonna be Johnson. It's gonna be Johnson.
And low for a team that does run the ball. I mean, both those guys low.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I don't know.
I'd be targeting. I'm already targeting Johnson. That's fine.
Mumble.
It's like, calm down.
It's like you didn't want anybody to know.
No.
For real.
Well, because we still have some drafts that we haven't finished.
I know.
I don't really want us to start fighting over players more than we already do in some of our leagues.
Let's actually talk about drafts at the end of Steelers before Bengals. Anyways, go on.
What?
At the end of the Steelers and before we talk about the Bengals who are next, let's talk about drafts for a second.
Okay. All right.
Don't let me forget is what I'm saying.
So what are you saying? Anyway, wide receiver. Metcalf finished 32nd last year. He's going as a 21st. I really do think his success this year will be dependent on how well he gets along.
Right.
with Rodgers.
Because if Rodgers don't like you, he don't throw you the ball.
No, because his top receiver, Garrett Wilson, didn't finish no, he finished.
He was
Where did
top
finish?
12. I
He was
believe.
top 12.
Yeah.
Outside the top 10.
Yeah.
He was 11.
Yeah.
11?
That
11 or
sounds right.
12?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and behind Metcalf though, it's like who do they have? They have
Mhm.
Calvin Austin, Bobby Tree, Ben
Bobby Tree.
Skowronek, and Scotty Miller, kind of like cast-offs from other teams, right?
Mhm.
But I do kind of like Ben Skowronek as a sleeper. He's going as wide receiver 157. Just add him after your draft or draft him at the last spot there. But I just have a suspicion that he could have some sneaky value here and there. He's a white dude that Rodgers is going to like, basically.
Oh my God. We'll see. For tight end, I kind of am staying away from the tight end position for this team only because if Rodgers stays their starter, he doesn't normally utilize tight ends as much as other quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And now they also though, like they have Pat Freiermuth and Jonnu Smith.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're going to eat into each other's workloads a little bit. Smith is going as the 11th tight end off the board. Freiermuth is going as 24th.
Yeah.
These aren't two tight ends who I'm not targeting.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I'm staying away as well. Speaking of tight ends, I did see a blip that Cole Kmet got injured in practice today. He went off the field very frustrated, and the Bears immediately, like 3 hours later, signed another tight end, which to me indicates it could be serious.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about drafts real
quick. Where
quick.
have I been?
Right.
You're throwing all this stuff out
Sorry,
there.
I
I've
just
not
saw a
heard
blip
yet.
on
Okay.
Twitter. We got a couple questions about the listener league.
Yes. I have questions about the listener league.
We absolutely will be having a listener league. Details to come.
Yeah. Within like the next week, we have to get that all figured out.
Yeah. I think because of time and everything, maybe we end up doing it snake instead of auction, but we'll discuss that offline. And
I will say every year our listener auction leagues take 3 hours or more a piece.
I know.
And it is brutal.
That's what I'm saying. Because of time, I know everybody's
you forget
busy
what it's like for a startup auction league until you're doing it every year.
Yeah. So we will be having that. If you are interested in participating, please reach out to us.
Yes.
Twitter is probably, or X is the easiest way, either at Old Fashioned FB or at JMark Football. You could also hit us up on Instagram, email if you need to email, comment on our YouTubes, I guess. Let us know how we can get you in the league and whatnot. It'll be on Sleeper. More details to come. There will be a whiskey prize as well.
Yes.
We'll figure that out.
Yep.
The family league. I've heard some questions about that too.
Oh, the family league. We are so close to football being it's right around the corner.
The league we run, I haven't sent out rosters yet.
We were talking about that on Friday. Like, oh my God, what are we doing?
They will be out by Friday. I'm saying that now. For anybody listening that's in our leagues, they will be out by Friday. Anyways, let's talk about the Bengals.
Yes. They had a very disappointing season last year, even though, they finished 9-8. They had huge performances from Burrow and Chase and just couldn't get into the playoffs. For some of their offseason changes, I think the biggest things that kind of came out of that were the re-signing of Jamar Chase and T. Higgins to very big contracts.
Yeah. $100+ million deals over 3 years. I think Chase's was a little bit longer, and he obviously got more money. But for the next 3 years, these guys are wrapped up in a lot of money.
Yes. Yep. And then some of the players they lost defensive end Sam Hubbard, offensive line Alex Kappa, defensive line Sheldon Rankins, and linebacker Akeem Davis Gaither.
Yeah. What stands out to me there is a lot of defensive players.
Yes, but they also drafted defensive end Shamar Stewart, and then linebacker Demarius Knight.
But interesting there. I don't know if Shamar Stewart will play for the Bengals. There are reports saying he's practicing with his college team again.
Oh.
Yes, he did. He has not signed a deal. There's a big contract dispute there. And now the reports are he is not at Bengals camp. He left that and that he's practicing with his college team again and filing for another year of eligibility.
How do you get drafted by the NFL? And then
there's some sort of contract verbiage that they have waived for other players that they will not waive for him. And he is saying, I will not play for you if you don't waive this. And so currently he's refusing to play for them. And that's on top of the fact that their best defensive player, Trey Hendrickson, still has no deal. And he's also threatening to not play if he does not get this contract extension. So their defense could be in trouble.
I would say so.
They're going to have scrubs playing.
All right. Looking, at fantasy football for this team, Joe Burrow is going at an ADP of 5 after finishing 3rd last year. I don't really see any reason why he still won't finish in the top 5.
Yeah. And he is the main reason that I think the Ravens will win this, but it's like, or the Bengals could, because after being such a great quarterback last year and missing the playoffs, it's like, does he enter that fuck you mode? Because if he does, I think that they're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Saying.
I would agree with you.
Yeah. Talking about the running backs real quick. Chase Brown finished 12th last year. Keep in mind, the team had Zach Moss as their starter until Zach Moss got injured. And Moss is no longer part of the team. They just cut him last week. Brown's he's going as 12th off the board right now. I think he's going to be in the top 12. I even say probably top 10. I saw a comment. Somebody said last year at this time, we were doing our top 12s and we won them their league from our assistants. And I feel terrible that we are not releasing our top 12s.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we need to do it offline and we'll release some graphics and stuff.
Can't do it on the pod, but offline.
Yeah. Yeah. There's just not enough time.
No. Wide receivers. JMark Chase finished as the top wide receiver last year.
Mm-hmm.
He's being drafted at the top this year. He's number 1 pick. It's justified.
Yeah, it is justified. Dave pointed out that Stewart did sign his deal. I missed that 4-year, $19 million fully guaranteed. So now I'm curious if the Bengals caved or if he caved.
When did you hear about him practicing?
It was a couple weeks ago.
Okay, so old news.
Old news, apparently. I'm not up to date. We are old-fashioned football. All our news is a couple weeks behind. No, I'm just kidding. You were talking about wide receivers. JMark Chase, absolute stud. I drafted him number 1 overall in the Scott Fish Bowl. T. Higgins, though, I see him going quite high. In fact, he's being drafted as 4th in the ADP, and I am not as sold on him. He's getting a lot of love after finishing 17th.
A lot of people love him right now.
But 14th, and he's got injury concerns. I know he got the big payday. I'm staying away from him at that price. If he was around the 20th to 30th ADP range, I'd probably consider drafting him. But 14th?
It seems way too high. That does seem too high for me.
He's the wide receiver 2 on their team. And I know they can pass the ball, but there's a lot of wide receiver 1s that I think I would take over him.
I'm on the same page.
All right.
Same page.
Good.
At tight end.
We won't fight over him.
We won't. I guess we won't. Maybe we will, though.
Maybe.
We just won't fight over him if he's going 14.
Right. Maybe he falls in our drafts. Maybe everybody else agrees with us. He falls, then we fight over him.
We fight. Let's not rule out fighting. So yeah, we have Gesicki, who finished 14th last year, but he is going as tight end 22 right now. He may have some good value as a backup tight end or tight end streamer. I don't know. I'm not I don't think that you should be targeting him as your tight end 1.
No, not as tight end 1. But if he's going 22nd and can finish 14th again,
potentially
might be worth it. Shout out to Jamie the Booty Nailer. He is back. And we'll be right back. But first, I got to let you know about Circa. The world's greatest sports book, Circa Las Vegas, is hosting the world's biggest pro football contests. The Circa Million, the Circa Survivor, and the Circa Grandissimo. With over $21 million in guaranteed prizes, you can't call yourself a true DGen if you're not competing in the Circa football contest. Come hang out with the SGPN crew at the Circa Contest Weekend, August 21st through the 23rd, for an amazing weekend, including live shows and open bars. You got to love an open bar. And I know Colby Dant will be there. Our guest that we're going to have next week, Moneyline Mac, he's going to be there. Plus, you're going to get 15% off a stay at the Circa with promo code SGP15. The contests are open to everyone. Sign up in Nevada and play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com and use promo code SGP to get $50 off your proxy fees. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm continues to crush it with power trends, essentially the best of what their house model has to offer. These are AI detected patterns where Rhythm's model has consistently won and has a high return on interest. Think about a strikeout prop that hits 59% of the time when the line and win probability hit a certain range. Power trends are updated daily and exclusive to Rhythm. No touts, no noise, just clean data-backed bets. The MLB power trends are crushing it. A lot of unders on batter hit props that are collectively hitting at a 70% rate. Fading players is profitable. Plus, the WNBA power trend since the All-Star break is crushing it. I even heard somebody's personal book stopped offering WNBA because they have been crushing it with the WNBA power trends from Rhythm. Download the Rhythm app, check out the power trends, and start betting smarter. You know that we will be. Just get your 7-day free trial today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right, we are back. Speaking of, Jamie said the booty nailer's back. Speaking of booty, should we talk about the booty team in this division? They are
the last.
They're bringing up the caboose, and I think they'll do it again. I don't know. Just my opinion.
Yep. The Browns. That's who we're talking about.
The Browns is who we're talking about. Yeah.
Kick us off with the offseason changes.
Okay. Yeah. They lost safety Juan Thornhill, cornerback Jameis Winston, which is a locker room guy. You shouldn't get rid of him, but they do have a million quarterbacks, and running back Nick Chubb, who's now a Houston Texan. They added linebacker Devin Bush, I believe formerly of the Steelers. Offensive lineman Tevin Jenkins, good luck from the Bears. He was always injured. Defensive tackle Malik Collins. They also added him in the offseason.
Yeah, and then they drafted defensive tackle Mason Graham, linebacker Carson Schwessinger, whatever.
Just say that UCLA linebacker.
There's too many S's and
Schwessinger.
Running back Quinton Judkins, running back Dylan Sampson, quarterback Dylan Gabriel, and then quarterback Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah. Unorthodox to see somebody draft 2 quarterbacks and 2 running backs. They're like, we need to try to fix stuff.
They're throwing a lot at it.
Yeah.
I do think that the Browns defense should be good. Their offense for me has a lot of question marks.
Yeah, and let's just transition right into fantasy. Question marks at quarterback. Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders. Who knows?
We know Winston isn't in it anymore.
Right. And they still have Deshaun Watson. Don't forget that.
And Watson.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't think he'll ever play for the Browns again, but they have all those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe we see a little bit of all of them at some point this year. So I'm staying away. I don't know who's starting the most games here.
I think it's safe to stay away from that.
Yeah.
Running back, they have Quinton Judkins, who he was drafted to take over as RB1, but he punched his girlfriend in the mouth. And
it's a no-no.
Maybe suspended, as he should be.
Yeah.
They've got Jerome Ford, and I think that, he's just inefficient aside from a couple big plays here and there. Then you have Dylan Sampson. He is a little bit smaller than the others, but I think that looking at this running back room, he might be the only rosterable one.
Yeah. Especially, I think, in PPR. I think he'll do well there. Jamie pointed out, don't forget the Browns also signed Tyler Snoop Huntley. That doesn't concern me either.
So
I don't think he'll make the team.
We need to add a few more lines for all these quarterbacks.
I know. 6 quarterbacks. And rumor is they are going to take 4 into the season. Now, you have a 53-man roster. You're going to take 4 spots at quarterbacks, where a lot of teams, they may only take 2. So that's interesting. For wide receivers, they have Jerry Jeudy.
They're invested. They've got too much invested in their quarterback.
Well, it's true, though. It's like, it's hard to cut one of them.
Mm-hmm.
They do have Jerry Jeudy at wide receiver, who it seems like he has some great games and
But
then he has
then-
some duds.
Yeah.
And
hit
who
and
knows?
miss.
Yeah, who knows who's throwing to him? And I don't trust any other receiver on this team. I'm shocked they haven't brought Amari Cooper back.
He's a free agent.
He
right?
is, I believe
Still?
so. Yeah, and there's other guys. I mean, we just saw Keenan Allen get signed. Seems
Mhm.
like they're like, let's collect quarterbacks, let's collect some running backs. Fuck the wide receivers.
Let's move on to tight ends.
Let's do it.
Okay. We've got David Njoku, who he was good, and I feel like this is going to be a trend with a lot of this offense who is still there. When Flacco is the quarterback, he
Yeah.
makes things happen. We've seen David Njoku not be as good when it's not Flacco throwing to him.
Yeah,
He's currently being drafted at tight end 9 after finishing 11th last year, but I don't. There's just too many, like, who's going to be throwing to him?
yeah.
And
Too many question marks.
with all the question marks with that offense, like, I just don't see the offense improving. And I think that tight end 9 is too high for me.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I really don't have anything else to say about the Browns except that this organization's in trouble. I don't know what they need to reset, but they need something.
Well, you can't reset by let's just draft every quarterback on the board. Like, let's just bring in everybody.
Right. Yeah. Well, and not only do you draft Dylan Gabriel
Yeah.
in the
Gabriel.
3rd round, and then draft the guy that you know is full of himself, that runs his mouth, and Shedeur Sanders, that brings this kind of circus to the team. I don't know.
It was a weird, to me, it's a weird move. Like,
it creates
they clearly wanted,
no,
they
you're
wanted
good.
Gabriel more.
Right. Otherwise, they wouldn't have drafted him 2
Yeah.
rounds before.
But then they also bring in this hothead.
I know. And I think competition is good.
Yeah.
Right? Competition's good. But with the personality that Shedeur has, I don't know if that's the right competition to bring in.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Anyways.
Maybe they wanted his money. The Browns want his
Right.
money. It's $350,000 watch.
At least get some eyes on the team, the media talking about him, I guess. I don't know.
Mhm.
I mean, Jerry Jones, the Cowboys owner, says no press is bad press. So the fact that Micah Parsons wants traded, that's a good thing because it's in the press. People are talking about us. Whatever, Jerry.
All right. Before we get into whiskey, Justin,
Yeah.
I'd like you to give us your butts.
Well, I'll start with the Browns on Underdog Fantasy.
Okay.
You can get Shedeur Sanders to play higher than 2.5 games. I just feel like this team is going to have multiple quarterbacks start for them, and they're going to want to see what they have in their rookies because I don't think they're not going to the playoffs. So I'm not going to say it's a fuck around year, but it's a fuck around year. It's like, let's figure out how these guys perform in different situations, right?
Okay.
So I think he ends up playing higher than 2.5 games. So put that into your preseason entries there. Now let's talk about the Ravens. I like this one. A little more juice on this one.
Mhm.
Baltimore Ravens, we know they love to run the ball, whether it's Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson. You can get them to score 1+ rushing touchdown in every game. So they just need a rushing touchdown every game at 10-1. I think that's worth it. $10 can win you 110, and you're just banking on the fact that they're going to run the damn ball. They're going to run the damn ball. And another team, you know what they're going to do. The Bengals, they're going to pass the damn ball. They invested a bunch in Joe Burrow, a bunch in Jamar Chase, a bunch in T. Higgins. They're going to pass. You can get them to have 1+ passing touchdown in every game at 6-1. And I think this defense is going to suck. So they're going to have to pass.
Yeah.
So
I like it.
Those are my best bets that I like. Yeah. We'll be back again next week to talk about the NFC East and the AFC North. Or we just talked about the AFC North, the AFC West. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Now, shall we talk some whiskey?
Let's do it. I noticed you brought the exploding IKEA glasses.
Always. Remind everybody what we're drinking.
Okay.
And our beautiful new graphic. I hope you all enjoy it. The graphic guy worked really hard on it, I heard.
I heard that too. I think the graphic guy told me himself.
He's like, please comment on this.
But we are drinking Bond and Lillard whiskey today.
Yeah.
They're bourbon.
Yeah. Do you want me to pour and you talk about the background? You
Yeah,
want to talk? Okay.
So Bond and Lillard, I mean, they've been a trusted name since pre-prohibition. They were first distilled by John Bond in Cedar Run, Kentucky, way back in 1820. John was like a veteran of the. He wasn't like he was.
He was like a veteran.
He was like a veteran. He was a veteran of
He's
the.
actually a veterinarian, which is like a veteran, but with more letters.
Stop.
Sorry. Go on.
Okay. He was a veteran of the American Revolutionary War, and he moved his distilling operation to Lawrenceburg, Kentucky after the war. Then, in jumping ahead a little bit in the timeline to 1842, John left the company to his son and his grandson, David and William. William then formed a partnership with his brother-in-law, C.C. Lillard.
Hence the name. Bond and Lillard.
1869. So yes, that's when the product, like when they
Makes sense.
formed that partnership, that's when the product started being named Bond and Lillard.
Mm-hmm.
Their whiskey won grand prize at the 1904 World's Fair in St. Louis.
That was a while ago.
It was a long time ago. So there's a lot of history on this bourbon. And
I was negative 83 back then.
okay. If you're doing the math.
Do some math.
The tasting notes the judges wrote down at that time when they won that prize at the World's Fair in St. Louis is what was used to create this current mash bill of Bond and Lillard.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is released by Campari America with barrels sourced from the Wild Turkey Distillery. It's from 2017 and has been aged a minimum of 7 years.
Yeah, and as far as its availability, you can get it at the Wild Turkey Visitor Center and in select markets, including California, Florida, Illinois, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Missouri, New York City, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia, and Wisconsin. However, we got this in Nebraska, which is not on the list.
It's not.
But yeah, let's start off our scoring real quick at the bottle. This only comes in 375 milliliter bottles. So it's only a little bottle.
Mm-hmm.
It's fairly generic, I would say. The label's cool, but it's pretty generic.
It makes it look old.
It does make it look old. It says mutual confidence in each other's judgment and integrity linked the hearts of these two sturdy men. What do you think of the bottle for a score?
I'd give it a 2.
You'd give it a 2. All right.
For the score for the bottle. If
Tough.
we're going to judge the...
Tough scoring right away from Murr.
Is the normal size bottle the same?
There is no normal size bottle.
It only comes in a small bottle.
It only comes in 375. Which
I thought
did
you were
say,
just able to... Did you already say that?
I did just say that.
Well, I didn't
yes.
listen to you.
I noticed.
No surprise there.
And RMark 57 tuning in saying, I believe John Bond is James's great uncle. James Bond.
The name's Bond.
All right, so you give it a 2.
Well, then now it's kind of cute because it only comes in that size.
All right, I'm giving it a 3.
2.5.
All right, 2.5. All right, let's talk about what
Because it is cute. It's cute.
You're cute. Let's talk about the nose here.
Okay.
It's not a strong.
There's no. Oh, there it is. There's a little caramel.
Yeah, not a strong sense to it.
It just smells like bourbon.
For 100 proof, it doesn't smell strong. I wouldn't say.
No. Well, we just drank like 114, 116 proof whiskeys last week. So
yeah, so maybe our noses are like, yeah, give
they're
me
still
that 100
singed
proof.
from all the sniffs of
100 proof is for children. Doesn't smell bad though. Just doesn't jump out at me.
It doesn't. It just smells like I smell wood.
Yeah, you're right that it smells like a bourbon.
Wood and
it
caramel.
smells like a good bourbon.
I guess that would be the oak, but it doesn't smell like oak. It just smells like wood. Do you
Yeah.
know, like, I'm trying to think of
the smell of wood. Yes.
the smell of cut wood.
Yeah, like after you saw it,
Mm-hmm.
after you saw oak, like piece of oak, and then you get that smell
Like
in the air. Yeah.
From the saw blade, like all of
yeah,
it. The
yep.
heat on the wood from being cut by the saw.
Which would be the char, probably. The char pouring through a little bit. But yeah, no, I think that's a good way of describing it. I agree with you.
Like, whenever I'm doing one of my projects, that's what it smells like.
Yeah.
Minus the caramel and the whiskey.
Well, it smells like that too. Good drinking while you're sawing.
Sounds like a recipe for disaster.
I give it a 3 on the nose. It smells very pleasant, but
Mhm.
nothing is like pow right in the kisser.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What are you scoring it on the nose?
I mean, it doesn't offend me. It's not offensive.
Well,
I
that's
would
good.
go right in the middle.
So 3 as well.
Mhm.
All right. What did you think of it? Since we already drank some of the cocktail, what did you think of it?
It was a good old fashioned.
I think so too.
Mhm.
I'm giving it a 4 in the old fashioned. I thought it was.
I
really good.
liked it in the old fashioned.
Yeah.
What is the price point on this bottle?
It's fairly expensive.
So I don't.
Now,
was thinking like with the price point, this shouldn't be something you put in a cocktail.
And we made just one and
We-
split it.
So we have a half an old fashioned
Yeah.
here, full cherry.
This I
saw you.
I
put a
did
dark
not
cherry
I
in
did
it.
not half the cherry. The 375 milliliter, the MSRP, like I think if you were to go to Wild Turkey's distillery, is $49.95.
Mhm.
However, most stores have this marked for around 80.
Which is
for this
ridiculous for
half
this tiny bottle.
Yeah,
So
it's very hard to
I
find
don't.
though. It's
You
made in
don't
small
buy that
batches.
little of whiskey at that price point for a mixer.
Right, agreed. But it was very good in it. What was your score for it?
I would have given it. I don't like to agree with you, but I agree at a 4. It was
Alright.
good. It's not the best old fashioned I've ever had, but it's not. It's above the middle of the road.
Yeah. All right, let's get into this taste and a taste profile. I'm excited to try it. You talk a little while I taste.
I'm still tasting. I still get that wood, that oak. It's very oaky,
Mm-hmm.
very oak forward. Not so much on the after, but very
It's a
oak.
nice finish. Vanilla.
It's very. I need to try this again.
Yeah, I get vanilla on the finish. It's a short finish, but it's very pleasant. I feel like you can tell it's 100 proof. It's got a little heat to it.
It has heat.
Warming, not like, oh my God, but it's
Mhm.
warming.
Doesn't
Ooh,
burn.
This
it just
is
warms.
good. I like this. This reminds me,
It's dry.
it is dry.
Yeah.
It sort of reminds me, not as good. Don't get me wrong, not as good. But it sort of reminds me of Bloody Butcher.
No.
I'm almost getting a little bit of that dark cherry finish.
What the heck?
What happened to you over there?
Just had like a hair fall into my eye. It hurt. It like stabbed me.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what's happening.
It hurt. A hair jumped off her head and thunk right in the eye.
No, I would not compare this to Bloody Butcher. I think Bloody Butcher is much better.
I'm getting a little, I know it's much better, but I'm getting a little fruit on the finish. A little vanilla and cherry. Try it again, swish it around, chew on it a little bit. This is one that, I mean, I've seen it in a lot of places as far as some of the auctions we were watching for whiskey auctions, and it was going stupid expensive. We finally got one that wasn't stupid expensive. I would not spend $80 on this bottle. I will say that. For the $375, I wouldn't spend
No.
the $80 on it.
Even with the flavor, I would not. It's not worth.
No,
It's not worth $80.
No, it's good, but I have that's $160 for a full bottle. If
I'd
they
be
make full
disappointed.
bottles. Yeah,
It should be better, in my opinion, if that's what you're charging for it. I left that in my mouth too long, like switched it around, and I burned
that's
my
what she
tongue.
said.
But I can kind of see where you get the cherry, but like not like a rich cherry, but like a
It's just a subtle cherry.
almost like cough syrup cherry.
No,
Almost.
that's from leaving it in your mouth too long.
Almost.
No, there's no cough syrup to this. There's no cough syrup to this.
If I have to pinpoint what fruit you're getting, I don't know.
I like it. I'm giving it a 3.8 for the taste.
I can't decide if I like it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that now when I finished it, I did a big old gulp to finish. I got a lot of caramel, I felt like. Maybe it was the
Mhm.
vanilla.
I think I do get more. I got caramel on the nose, but I think I do get more vanilla on the finish, but like not
I bumped to
not
3.9.
enough.
Not enough.
A 2.5 for
Anyways.
me.
Wow.
I
So
liked
we
it better in
disagree
the.
on this one.
I liked it better in the old fashioned.
It was very good in the old fashioned. but I like it neat too.
There are so many other whiskeys I'd rather sip on if I was gonna.
All right, that's fine.
It's not a favorite of mine.
That's why we do this. We don't agree on everything, and it's good to give
Mhm.
people different opinions.
It's very wood forward.
Yeah. Now,
and just subtle hints of the other things.
Yeah.
It seems to me more oaky, and it's dry. It's very dry.
It's
leaving a dry wine feel in my mouth.
I get that too. I do get that.
Mhm.
We talked about a lot of places you find it. It's like $80.
It's not thick.
49. No, it's not. $49.95. Would you spend that
No.
for this bottle?
No.
No.
$50 for half a bottle of whiskey.
Go in, spend 25 with
That's
your
saying
buddy.
no. That's saying like that you would spend $100 on a bottle of that,
Right.
and I wouldn't.
No, but they don't make the big bottles. Take your buddies
that.
to Wild Turkey Distillery, and two of you spend $25 each
Mhm.
and split the bottle. I think it's worth that to try it.
To try it, maybe like share a bottle with a friend. Fine.
Mhm. Yeah.
But because you can get it for $50 there.
That's the MSRP, so I assume that's where they
Okay.
would sell it for that. Yeah. Anyways, that's Bond and Lillard. I was impressed by it. You were
It's
not.
not
That's
horrible,
okay.
but
More
it's
for
not.
me.
It's just not my.
That's all right. I'll kill the bottle.
I like that. Like, I just like deep character in my whiskey.
And her men. Speaking of your men,
Oh boy.
let's
Here we
rank
go.
some quarterbacks.
Let's do this.
Let's start with Aaron Rodgers. I am ready with photos for you.
You are.
So here's a photo of Rodgers.
I know what Rodgers looks like. He doesn't make the list.
Well,
I think I couldn't even compare his. I don't even want to look at Rodgers. His personality for me is so repulsive to me that I can't rank him.
I get that, but you got to rank them 1 through 4. I do have. I predicted what you would rank, so I'm
Okay.
curious how this plays out.
Fine.
Now I know you've been asking for shirtless, so I do have a shirtless Rodgers
Thanks.
photo.
You got
for
me a wet shirtless Rodgers.
That's the only one I could find, really. You gotta. My internet search history is gonna be. They're gonna think something is up with me. The FBI is monitoring. They're like, he's looking at all these quarterbacks shirtless. What's this dude doing?
Yes, because the FBI cares about that.
They do. Now let's go to Joey B,
Okay.
who no longer has the short bleached hair, which was a terrible
Yeah,
look for
no,
somebody with good hair.
He has great hair, and you shouldn't. If you have good hair, if you have thick, gorgeous hair as a man, you just don't.
He does a lot of
buzz it off.
No, he does and bleach it. He looks terrible, even in my
Mhm.
opinion. He does a lot of modeling type stuff.
Mhm.
And he kind of looks like a McCulkin to me. Shirt off for you, just so you can get that picture.
Okay. No tats.
No tats. Now let's go to Lamar. Lamar looks like a nerd.
Why
in
did
this
you pick this photo of Lamar?
I'm trying to get guys not in uniform.
Okay.
And there wasn't a lot with
He looks
him.
like a nerd. He looks nerdy here.
Yeah, but wait.
It's the glasses for me that make him look nerdy.
But let's undress him with your eyes.
Tats. He's got good tats.
Loaded with tattoos.
Okay.
Okay, and without the glasses and the backwards hat.
Yeah,
he
I
looks
just
a little
don't like
less
those
nerdy.
glasses on him. I think
I
those
don't
glasses
either.
don't fit his face.
But that's his choice. I mean,
it
he
is
chooses
his
to
choice.
wear those.
He can wear whatever he wants.
And last, I mean, we don't know who's going to start for the Browns. So
who are you picking?
I went with Joe Flacco because
why? You picked the oldest quarterback for me to rank?
He's their current starter.
Okay.
So Joe Flacco, and not a lot of shirt off Joe Flacco photos, as it turns out.
They're not in high demand.
No, they are not. Do you need to see any of them again, or do you
No,
have your
I've
rankings
got
ready?
it.
All right, so we got the AFC North quarterback rankings by looks. Who you got?
Joe Flacco, number 1.
Joe Flacco, number 1.
No, not Joe Flacco. Joe Burrow.
Wow.
You have Joe Flacco on the
Completely
screen.
Surprised me here. So
No.
Joey B, number 1.
Joe Burrow. Sorry, I was looking at a photo of Joe Flacco. I meant Joe Burrow.
Yes, yeah.
Lamar, number 2, easily number 2.
Because of the tats. And he's
I
not the oldest shit guy, which the
No.
other two are.
And then I just have to choose personality, and I would choose Joe Flacco because
If you didn't know their personalities, would you pick Rodgers over Flacco?
Show me Rodgers again and Flacco. I wish you could put these guys side by side.
Apologies.
Okay, go down to Flacco. I don't know. I'm just picking Flacco over Rodgers.
All right. So
I'm
your
doing
order is Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson,
You guessed my
Joe
rankings.
Flacco, and Aaron Rodgers.
So are these really your rankings? Is this how you ranked them?
No, this is how I expected. I thought Joey B would win out. He is the pretty boy, you know.
Mhm.
Lamar, I knew the shirt off with the tats was going to get you. So I figured that'd be number 2 because the other guys, I mean, they're older guys and there's nothing special about them.
You see
And I
Lamar.
thought-
You give me like the nerdiest photo of Lamar to start with. First of all, I'm going to say that it's really like it's almost a tie between Burrow and Lamar.
In Lamar, the tats almost.
The tats do
Make
it.
it.
They just
All right.
do.
Not if it's on
Good-
Anthony Rich or Michael Penix because he finished 4th, but on.
It depends.
Yeah,
It depends.
depends.
Depends on how you wear the tats.
Which is, I mean, depends is probably what Rodgers and Flacco are wearing. They're so old. I mean,
hey, how old is Rodgers? Is he older than me?
yeah, he's older than you. He's 41, I believe.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
How old is Flacco?
Hang on, one guy at a time. Obviously, I should just go to Google and not type
Google.
in.
You Google and it will pull up their age immediately. 41. Now Flacco. 40. Okay, so yes, they're much older.
Yes.
Fine.
Is he older than me? How could you not know Rodgers?
I just couldn't remember how old he is.
Old shitballs is way older than you. That's all we got on the AFC North. We will be back, like I said, Wednesday with 2 guests and Thursday with guests. Make sure you check that out. I'm sure it's going to be a great time. I'm looking forward to it. We have had Sports Nonsense and Whiskey on the show. We have had Moneyline Mac on the show, but we have never had the man in the box, CJ Sullivan. That should be a fun time.
It will be fun.
Yeah, it definitely will be. Did you have anything else you wanted to add? Reach out to us if you want to be in the listener league.
Yeah, no, we really need people to reach out like quickly. We clearly are behind in planning this. Time has gotten away from us.
Just a little bit.
But we're definitely doing that. So we're gonna need quick answers and we'll get that pulled together within the next week, have details out and be drafting shortly.
Soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think maybe we do snake, but
I say we take a poll.
take a poll.
Let
Okay.
the listeners choose. Because I'll do
That works.
if our listeners want to do like because auction leagues are fun.
Yeah, no,
They are fun.
Yeah.
They're extremely time consuming. And when
They
you're
are.
doing a startup, because it's easy to like do like if it's the next year and you've got your keepers in, your
Right.
contracts figured out, then it's like an hour and a half of your time to draft.
Right. But the startup filling all 16, 17 roster
It's
spots.
Brutal, especially if we do a 12-person league.
Yeah.
it's brutal.
It is
So
rough.
I will leave it up to I say we leave it up to the listeners.
I'm
I'll go
good with
through
that.
that brutalness if our listeners want an auction draft.
The brutality.
If they're good with a snake draft, that'll be the quickest. And
Yeah. Well, we already got a couple people signed up because they asked about it. So
I will say
spots
the
limited.
betting part and getting all
the what?
the betting part of I love auction drafts. They're much more fun.
The betting part.
Bidding, not betting.
Okay.
Bidding.
Oh, yes. No, it is fun to
Mhm.
get wrapped up in the do I spend that $1 more on that guy? And you do it, and then the clock is ticking down. 5,
Mhm.
4, going once, going twice, and then somebody outbids you. And you're like, fuck, do I do it again or not? Like the roller coaster.
It is a roller coaster.
Yeah, no, I get it. I agree. Auction leagues are the better leagues. And we booted it. We got an auction league booted this year because it turned into a dynasty. The Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
The Rumble went from auction to a dynasty.
It did.
So disappointing. But it is what it is.
We still have other auction leagues.
I know we do. We won't if I don't get on getting the contracts and keepers and shit out to people. I will do that if you're in our league and listening.
You're
That'll
not
be
the
out
only
by
one.
Friday.
We're in another auction league that
Nick Fortune.
I haven't seen anything go out. I will admit that I'm usually one of the last people to get keepers in. I think too long on it. I procrastinate.
You do.
And then usually I'm getting hounded by Nick. Like,
Yes.
hey, reminder, your keepers. Reminder, keepers.
And shoot me a message. Do I keep Caleb Williams at the 12th round? CJ Stroud at the 13th.
Why did you ask me days ago if you still haven't figured this out?
I'm just getting more opinions. Or Michael Penix.
You don't
says
like
the
my
15th.
opinions.
It was my opinion. I told you your opinion was my opinion, but let's not say it. I want to hear what other people have to say.
Then my opinion should be validating.
It is. Caleb Williams,
But not
12th,
enough.
CJ Stroud 13th, Michael Penix 15th. Let's be honest. I'm going to do what I want, no matter who says what. I'm just curious of people's thoughts.
So you just want more people to have different opinions?
No, I'm just curious of opinions. Anyways, we're going to get up on out of here. Make sure you check us out next week. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. 5-star reviews on Apple and Spotify. All that helps. Share it with your friends. That's what really helps. Get some more subscribers over here on YouTube. In fact, get your buddies together and say, hey, let's join this chat and just talk a bunch of shit. That's fine. We'd love to hear about your leagues, about you guys outbidding each other or sniping each other in leagues. Bring your friends. Bring a friend. Grab a drink. Bring a friend. The drink can be water. That's cool. You got anything else you'd like to add?
No, we're good.
Going once, going twice.
Sold.